How long's left? 60 minutes. I qualified it. There's no E. Where's E? E's the bracket. Which bit's N? N's that. And then we need M, which is the upper half. Who's Burton's new manager, Tony? The team realised they'd sacked their old one. O'Reilly's done a 34-5, fucking hell. I still want look at your time where you are, Kelly. I don't think that reflects your position. No, but I would say a couple of attempts, yeah, but that couple of attempts could put you P7 there.
O'Reilly's not qualifying for it.
O'Reilly's not qualifying. Clarlin can't qualify. Who Darren can't. I can't. Skunky can't. O'Reilly said that because he was.
He technically should. Yeah, he technically should have been in the top 10. So.
So that goes on there.
All right, boys. Best of luck. Best of luck.
See you later,
I'll catch you there.
Have a good one. I need to.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Simplay Motorsport. My name is Dan Davis, and we are here for the final round of our GT4 Championship. What a season it has been. It has been great to have these cars back racing hard at this fantastic channel, and we've really had the delight of some fantastic drivers, basically just an amazing season with these cars and these regulations that we've put together. We have now come to the home of Simplay Motorsport. We come to Donington Park for the final race of this season, and what a stat grid we will have tonight. We are hoping to have 27 cars for the final time around here at Donington, and Gary Clarble in the chat, evening all. The championship is still up for grabs, but it is going to take an absolute miracle for Will Friedman to win the title. Matthew Duffin literally just needs to outscore him by 4 points, and he is champion. But the likely chance of that happening tonight is unlikely. He basically needs Matt to not turn up and Friedman to win every single race, take every pole, and also pretty much all of the fastest laps as well to mathematically win the title. But either way, it is going to be a fight to the death, as we got some familiar faces coming back, and it is nice to see some cars back on this circuit. We did started to lose a little bit of drivers further out to the end of the season, but it's nice to get a good grid underneath us. I thoroughly enjoyed this, and I hope you guys have in a chat as well. Let's hear from you. Let's have a good chit chat tonight about the GT4s and Simplay in general. PN in the chat saying evening all as well. But it's been fantastic, and I'm going to try and think back to this entire season and try and think of my favourite track of the season, most improved drivers, what's been impressive this season, because GT4s have been a stepping stone for these guys. It has been awesome to watch, and like I said, the way we ran it this season with the ballast success rather than the BOP, and also the 3 race qualifying and 5-minute sessions that we have. Regarding the format, this is how it looks. Tonight, obviously, these guys are currently going through their free practice. This has been an hour since they've been out on track. They will then lead into a qualifying session, but the top 10 in the championship cannot qualify and will have to stay in pit lane. Everyone else will go and do a 10-minute qualifying session to determine the grid. Once that is done, we'll then go into a 20-minute sprint. No pit stops required. It's just flat out from lights to flag. Then we go into another small free practice that gives myself and the drivers a chance to get a drink, a little break as well, pop to the toilet, whatever they need to do in that small 5 minutes. Then everyone can qualify, and they have 5 minutes, only 5 minutes to set a lap time or 2 around here. Then we go into another sprint, and then followed again into race 3. This format has worked brilliantly all season long, and it has been awesome to see everybody enjoy this season. The GT4s have been incredibly popular, and it's nice to see them being this popular. We did do a poll as well for the drivers to decide what they want as a side series, and it looks like GT4s will possibly be making that return. Sadly, we did offer there was Porsche Super Cup, there was Super Trofeo, there was Ferraris, and even a mixed class, but it's down to the drivers to choose what they wanted as a side series, and it looks like the GT4 are returning. We are in discussions of possibly changing the format next season as well, so all in discussion for the admin team. Another thing as well, this is purely for the drivers to have a look at. In the Discord, on the poll section, I have posted a Google Forms. If you could possibly fill out, drivers, as it is an awards form. We'll be obviously hopefully, if I can do it in time, we'll be able to do a broadcast, and we'll go through the awards on who has won what. And yeah, it's basically best driver of pro, best most improved in pro, and so on and so forth. Good evening, Fraser O'Brien in the chat. Bonjour to you too. Guten Tag, however you want to say it. Yeah. And awards for the drivers to vote for how, there's their favourite circuit, favourite commentator, best rounds, most improved driver, so on and so forth, best teams. That is them to fill out in the Discord. But like I said, it is down between this man and your man in the pit lane as well. It is mathematically possible, but it is unlikely going to happen. So Will Freeman has already told me he's probably not going to qualify for race 3, just to spice it up a little bit. But guys, let's hear you in the chat. If you've been keeping up with the season as well, let me hear your favourite moments on tonight and see how we are getting on. As Fraser O'Brien says, how's Matt Wright getting on? He's currently 6th in a minute in the Aston Martin on track. And regarding the championship, he is currently, if I look on my championship stand, he's 12th in the championship. So I think he's got an opportunity to score some points there. Yeah, Sam, he can pass. I don't know if Sam... Yeah, Sam's in the session. And also Tipping he can catch, McGowan, and a few others as well. So he could finish 8th in the championship at this stage, could Fraser O'Brien. But this is what the championship standings look like. It's Matthew Duffin still leading away, 168 points to his name. Just 3 points and he wins the title. Jamal Clouden still in 3rd place position ahead of Skunky. In 5th is Gary Leach. In 6th place is Hugh Darren. In 7th is Andy. 8th is Old Sim Racer. 9th is Ian McGowan. 10th is Tipping. 11th is Sam. And then 12th is Matt Wright. 13th is KLF. And in 14th place is Dan Taylor. 15th place position going away of Stardog, while in 16th is Nuclear Waste. 17th is Kieran O'Reilly, and it's nice to see him back in the server and racing with us with his brand new wheel. Looking very quick in that Ginetta, and a Ginetta quite popular around here. But he's 17th at the minute in the championship. Steve Millington in 18th, and 19th going the way of Rob Smith. 20th is Darren Bell, with 21st going the way of DJ Phil. 22nd is Susie Cream Cheese. Within 23rd, it is Matthew Collins. 24th is Alistair Cummins, with Diz in 25th. Jamie in 26th, with Rolo 27th, and Lucas in 28th. Robert Ramsell in 29th position, with Shane in 30th. Sky Shondemeyer 31st, and John Goudet 32nd, and John Andrews in 33rd. And they are your drivers for the standings at the minute. But Kieran O'Reilly setting the pace, a 1:34.1. He is 8/10 faster than the closest challenger. That is the Porsche of Will Freeman. Stardog in his Porsche looking quite competitive as well. Jamal Clouden, the only sole remaining Camaro. What can he do tonight? The Camaro goes relatively well around this circuit, so it'd be interesting to see how he gets on this evening. But at the minute, Matthew Duffin currently in 10th with the weight on board. And let's have a quick look who's carrying what weight here this evening. So Will Freeman carrying 35 kilos, while Skunky is carrying that 25. Cloudon's carrying 30, while Hugh Darren is carrying 15 kilos. Matt carrying that 40 kilos on board, while Andy is carrying 10. 5 to Old Sim Racer, and once Gary Leach gets in here, he will have the rest of the weight on board. But it has been a brilliant season. I've thoroughly enjoyed commentating on this, and I'm looking forward to some more next season. Let's hear from you guys. Let's see what you think about this season. To me, it's been fascinating to watch. It's been interesting to see as well what these guys can do in these cars. And the nice thing is it's been very close racing, clean, respectful racing. Matt obviously set the bar relatively early in that Mercedes-Benz, was originally in the Ginetta. Obviously our defending champion Sky Shondemeyer only did a couple of rounds, and we never really saw the best of him since then. Kind of disappeared off the radar, which was a shame. But nonetheless, Matthew Duffin has been the man to beat this season. But it has gone the way of multiple different cars and teams winning. Drivers winning. We've had the Chevy Camaro winning, we've had the Ginetta, we've had the Porsche, we've had the Aston, we've had the Alpine. We've had so many different cars winning and so many different drivers, and that's what I love about this series. So obviously me and the admin team have been discussing new dates for the season that will start next time out. But first things first, I will discuss about a fun event that is coming up very soon. The Sunday, the 22nd on December, is going to be our final event of this year. And we got a multi-class event, 32 drivers, 8 drivers per class. For car classes, we have the Ferrari Challenge, the Lamborghini Super Trofeos, the Porsche Super Cup, and the BMW M2s, all racing around the Nürburgring. 1 hour race, 20-minute qualifying session, and yeah, that could be a load of fun to watch. Make sure you tune in on that one, because that could be absolute chaos. Cars that are never really seen or never really used, and we're just going to have a laugh and a joke of them, and I believe we've pretty much got a full grid of them as well. I look back to my admin team chat and just confirming when the date is. So, the season will return, the full-blown season that we have, will return on the 4th, 5th, and 6th of February, 2025. So a good long 6-week break for us to kind of get ourselves back to, you know, get through Christmas, get through the new year, enjoy ourselves while we can, and then we'll be back once again. Obviously, the calendar is coming to a selection very, very shortly. We've just got the drivers to vote for which they want now. Obviously, the Patreons have put their name forward of what they want, as has the admin members. But if you do want to be a Patreon for next season, this obviously allows you many, many perks to being a Patreon, as I will pop it up on the screen right now. The Patreon system allows you to reserve your preferred race number. So, for example, I prefer to use the number 16. Obviously, I run the number 1, but the 16 has retired due to the fact that it is my race number. Obviously, you get priority access of sign-ups and events, so you would be one of the first to get a slot. So when sign-ups and events come up, you will be prioritized. You get track selections for future seasons, and this is why some of the Patreons have been in now. They've managed to select the circuits that they want for next season. Promo season images. So obviously, if you want to promote a team or promote your channel or anything like that, you will be forwarded to Instagram and social pages and all that, like, so that we can promote your brand or your team or whatever you want promoted on the Instagram page. We now go into qualifying, as you can hear in the background. As once again, KLF, one of the first ones into the lobby, and he's going to be the first one out on track. And the other thing is, you'll automatically be shared in the Discord your social media links and your streams, for example, YouTube and Twitch. All will be posted so that everyone can see it in the Discord. We return back to track action, and obviously that's what the benefits of being a Patreon does around here at Simply Motorsport. We are looking into adding extras to it so that you can obviously help the channel out and push our way forward. Also in discussions as well is the Endurance Championship will be making a return next season, but it possibly looking to be a paid event and a cash-winning prize as well. Something we're looking into for next season. So if you think that you could take on some of the most grueling tracks and the most longest races that we can come up with, and you think you can take the cash prize, then it's something we're looking strong into next season. So maybe the endurance races will be a cashed event, and you can win money from it as well. So keep an eye on that one as well. But obviously the main thing is we're possibly going to have the GT4s returning, but the GT3s are going to be back on track next season in the first week of February, 4th, 5th and 6th. Get that in your diary. Sign-ups, and obviously keep an eye on the Discord so you know exactly when sign-ups and everything do come up. But it has been a brilliant season, and I'm looking forward to more. I know the 6 weeks is going to be nice for us all to chill and relax, but I honestly can't wait for us to go back racing once again. And it's going to be interesting to see what cars and choices people come up with next season. Who's going to be partnered with who's going to go in where, who's commentating, who's going to be bringing you the action. That is all what we're looking forward to. KLF, though, is going to start us off here tonight at the Donington Park, and track that's very popular here on the Simplay channel. We love this circuit. It's a circuit that all of us tend to meet up. We go to watch the British touring cars here, and it is a fantastic position for all of us to kind of meet one another. And yeah, we obviously always say to the drivers, if you are planning to go and see the touring cars and you are in Donington Park, there's more likely going to be the Simplay lot are going to be there one way or another. So make sure you drop a message in the Discord and we possibly could find you. But this fantastic here in Derbyshire, Castle Donington in England is a fantastic circuit. We've raced here many of times and love this track. Obviously the corner, the straight between the chicane and the back end of the circuit, we've now named the Simplay Straight as our home. Obviously I know a lot of other leagues do it, but it's basically the Simplay Straight. A capacity of 120,000 people is FIA Grade 2, has been working to try and get FIA Grade 1 so Formula 1 can come here, but it's not happened. Opened back in 1931 and has reopened again in 1977, and then again when it had a lot of work done into the midsection. Most popular around here is the World Superbikes, British Touring Cars, British GT, and the TCR event as well. Formula 1 has been here in the past, and that famous race where Ayrton Senna in the wet in a very slow McLaren managing to go from 4th on the grid to P1 within one lap was one of the most amazing things I've ever seen in old history of Formula 1. But it is a brilliant circuit, and it's got some iconic corners here as well. As KLF exits the final corner, and let's see what lap time he can produce. He sets a 36.2, and Diz already going 2/10 quicker with a 35.9. Robert Ramsell in the far end of the circuit. It is John Andrews, though, exiting the final corner. He's got Matt Wright right behind him as well, coming to set a lap time as they come to the line. Matt Wright goes up into second just behind Diz as John Andrews goes into 4th place position. Who else on a lap at the minute? They're all into the final ends of the lap. Sam is next to come to the line. Sam coming to it. He goes fastest with a 35.5. Looks like Jamie and I think it might have been Rob Smith coming together a little bit in the final few corners there as across the line. And Nuclear Waste now goes into P5, and Robert Ramsell now out of the final corner. He's got a couple of cars ahead of him, and which is Stardog, who goes into P5. Robert Ramsell now goes into P2 as we get the best of our qualifying underway now. As you can see, a lot of the drivers in the pits, the top 10 cannot qualify, and we now look to Stephen Millington to set the pace. Jamie on a lap, as is DJ Phil. DJ Phil is just in the far end of the circuit, but we'll go back to Stephen Millington. He's next to come to the line as he exits the final quarter of Goddard's. That's it, Goddard's. And goes into P7. So still Sam setting the early pace in the Aston Martin, the car that won the championship last time out, and currently is going to be losing it to the Mercedes-Benz. KLF now coming to the line, and once again he's currently 6/10 off the pace. No improvement. Does Diz improve? He does. He finds a few more tenths there and goes into second place position. It's been nice to see Diz return back to the GT4s. He's not been here for a while, but it's nice to see him returning back to the championship. John Andrews now exits the final corner in his Mercedes-Benz. No improvement from him, and I believe Matt Wright was setting himself up for a lap time. Rob Smith still yet to set a lap time, as is Darren Bell. And Jamie now coming to the final few corners. DJ Phil does not get a lap time on the board. I believe that is Nuclear Waste crossing the line. It was, and he did not improve. Jamie improved. Sorry, Nuclear Waste does improve. It was Sam who didn't improve, as Rob Smith now comes out of the final corner. What can Rob Smith do? He does not put a time on the board. Stardog, no improvement either, as now we wait for Darren Bell to set a lap time. Here he comes to the line. Still no lap time from him, as Robert Ramsell will try and improve on third place. No improvement for him either, as we've still got 4 minutes left of this session. DJ Phil now heading up towards McLean's. No one currently coming towards the line at this minute. KLF in the final sector. I believe it was Stephen Millington who was on the end of that pack, and he only goes P7, so it's still quite tight for the guys in the top end of the qualifying. But KLF and Diz here coming into the final corner now. Into Goddard's they go. And can KLF get a decent exit out of that? Ginetta running to the line. No improvement. Diz goes fastest though with a 35.1. So the times are coming down, and they are getting quicker and quicker out there. John Andrews once again next to come to the line, currently 3.5 off the pace. To the line he comes. There's Matt Wright just behind. He does improve. He goes 2.5 now behind. Matt Wright to the line. No improvement from him. Now we look to Sam, currently 4/10 off for the pace. No improvement either. DJ Phil now to the line. Where's this going to put him? And still no lap time from DJ Phil, struggling to put a lap time on the board. Hello, Max Mulder in the chat, a previous Pro-Am champion. Nice to see you in the chat, buddy. And I hope the new job is working out for you quite well. So who else is on the lap? Stardog goes into P3. As we see in the background, there is Darren Bell looking to improve on his lap time. He has not got a lap time on the board as it stands. Robert Ramsell doesn't improve and stays in P4. So a lot of drivers now just struggling to find those extra couple of tenths here and there. I believe Diz has gone past KLF. So KLF looking to try and get some clean air by the looks of things. And Diz is on a lap as he heads towards Melbourne Hairpin, then down towards Goddard's. Can Diz improve on 0.4 of a second, build that gap to his fellow FBR teammate of Sam? Obviously all coming from the similar league as KLF. They're trying to get a good slingshot. He does improve. He finds an extra tenth and he goes a little bit further ahead of Sam. KLF did not improve. He was on an invalid lap time there as John Andrews now into the final corner. He comes all over the curb. He's currently 2.6 off the pace. What can he do? No improvement from him. Matt Wright, though, he goes into P2. He gets within 2 tenths as well. Sam now comes to the line. No improvement from him either as he struggles to just keep within the top end of the guys. DJ Phil comes to the line. He finally gets a lap time on the board. He goes in 11th place. Jamie, meanwhile, no improvement either. So they stay where they are for the meantime. Stardog and Rob Smith exiting the final corner. Here comes Stardog to the line. No improvement. Rob, does he get one on the lap time on the board? No, he doesn't. As once again, the sound to my game has decided to it decided to break itself just as I get through this. So momentarily I have to close the game and be right back. So give me 2 seconds. Otherwise I have this horrible ring in my ear and I do not like it. Be right back.